we're making, which is this board here, which you're gonna see intermittently, it appears. Yeah. It's a board which is in a constant quantum state of flux. You see it and you don't see it. It's shredding in hardware. Yes. So anyway, so there's not. I would demo it to you, but it's not possible with this. Anyway, it's an open source hardware board which we made, which is basically a computer in a USB drive. So it's very, very tiny. This is it. It's just a full computer, an ARM processor, 1 gigahertz core with half a gig of RAM, SD card slot in the back, and you can use it for any kind of security application. So you can use it on the defensive side, for encrypting all of your data with an encrypted partition. We publish an open source application called Interlock, which allows you to easily use from the web its own file system and upload files on it, and then encrypt them again on the actual USB stick. It runs Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, Android on its own. It's completely independent with its own memory and everything. And you can also use it on the offensive side if you want, because it can emulate any USB device, and you can plug it to your laptop. It will assign an IP address to your laptop. You can run Metasploit from it, Emma, whatever you want. So it's the ultimate tool for implementing bad USB if you want. It's completely open source. Both the software as well as the hardware are open source, and we released a few days ago its first application, which is called Interlock, which is for a web front end for the encrypted file system that you can put on it. And it also supports TrustZone. We're developing code for using TrustZone, which allows you to have a secure partition on it, which runs a microkernel, which is completely separated from normal partition. And also, you can also separate the hardware. You can assign specific hardware. We have an LED on this device, which you can assign to TrustZone if you want. And you can do things like, if the LED is on, you know for sure that the code in the secure partition is running or not. So it's a nice playground for playing with TrustZone and secure boot and all kind of applications you might think of. What? Is it stable now? Okay. Is it? Okay. So these are my slides. So you can use your mass storage device, OpenSSH client. It can run Tor. It can run OpenVPN on it. It can run a Bitcoin wallet if you want. So let's see if I can do the demo. So let's see if this thing pops up. Wait, I just plug it in. Okay, yes. So now I'm connected with SSH on a USB device, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm gonna launch. This projector is messing up my timing, so I'm sure there will be another whiskey shot. So I'm gonna launch our Interlock application. So this is just a web front end. So what happens here is that I can specify an encrypted volume. I can specify the password. The password can be disposed of at the moment of login. So you can type a password, and then it will be wiped as soon as you enter, if you really want. Okay?
Stop right there. No. Stop right there. Stop right there. All right, come down. More whiskey.
Whiskey. More whiskey. Cheers. Salute.
Yes. All right. Go on.
This was a bad idea from the start. I felt drunk the moment I signed up on the board. Okay, so now I'm logged in. So as soon as I log in, the encrypted partition gets unlocked. And if that was a password, if I would have checked the tick box, the password would have been disposed of. And you can also add and remove other passwords if you want to. If you dispose the last remaining password, it will be wiped from the system, and you cannot access the encrypted partition anymore. And basically, we have a file manager. So what we can do, so we wanted to make easy using an encrypted file system on Linux, because of course you can SSH onto it and do whatever you want, but some other people might want an easy thing. So we can also drag and drop a file here, and it would just be uploaded on my USB device. you can decide to decrypt with OpenPGP the file that you have there. And then you can delete the files, you can encrypt them. You can also use symmetric cipher. So right now we have symmetric cipher and asymmetric cipher. This is a JSON server written in Go, and all the cryptography is done in a single static monolithic application. We don't pipe to any external application, so it's easy to audit. And yeah, so this is just a web front end for, Lux encrypted partition running on Debian, which is running on a USB stick, which is all open source, which I think is pretty cool. And then you can log out. As soon as you log out, the encrypted partition is locked. And then you can remove it, and you can go out and do your business. So this is our little hardware project. And may I take questions? I have 3 minutes, right? Something like that. Do you have any questions? Sorry, can you? No, so we emulate Ethernet over USB, and both Linux, Windows, and Mac OS X, they have standard drivers for that. So it will be seen as a network device on all of this, and if you run a DHCP server on this, it will assign an address to your laptop, and so you can just connect to it. So it requires no other driver than what's in stock in your computer. We can also emulate mass storage, of course. I just find TCP/IP more convenient. We can also emulate mass storage and Ethernet at the same time. So in this application, we also plan to have right-click, and you can share a file with mass storage if you want. But I just find the web much more convenient for it. We can emulate, yeah. So all the emulation is done with the USB gadget framework from Linux. You can emulate keyboard, mass storage. You can emulate whatever you want. So it's just, you use the gadget framework. You also have something called Gadget FS, which allows you to do it from user space. So it's also a good penetration testing tool because you can manipulate USB at a lower level. But yeah, you can emulate pretty much whatever you want. So this costs 100 euro or 130 US dollars.
Nah.
And it's open source, so if you want
US now.
And it's open source, so if you want 100 of them, you can just make them, and it will cost that for you.
Send it to the Chinese factory. You will cost
Wait,
$1 US.
don't speak over the audience. Shut up. Go ahead. Just make up your own mind. Okay, Thomas.
Send it to the Chinese. They can do it for $1 only.
I know, but he says some Italian style. And the board is 100% made in Italy, by the way. So what was your question? Yes, I'm very worried, yes. But I don't care because I'm almost drunk, so I don't. Any other question? So you're bigger than the Grug, so this belongs to you, I guess. Just sort it out.
The Grug is more evil.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I feel violated anyway.
You are left with 30 seconds.
Yeah, 30, how much?
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Any other question?
Anyone?
No questions?
All right.
Yeah? No, I cannot. I cannot legally sell them. I can only give them to the Grug. Sorry? No, I'm sorry. You gotta buy it. I'm sorry.
Up.
Thank you.
Stand up. Thank you. All right, good.